of how or why that propels it into the legend that it is become.
It would be terrible for football lore if we knew everything that we should know about the play. It's so much better, isn't it, to have a mystery?
All great things are myth. It's all stories handed down. Everything about us is myth. You have a 40-year argument that's going to go on for another 40 years. There's no way to prove it one way or the other.
I thought we got taken. We should have had that football game, but we didn't get it. Fuqua knows he hit it, and it should have been our game.
I would prefer to wait 50 years before I toe, since the doors are locked. And since I can deny this, I don't mind telling you. What happened on that play was truly immaculate.
Dismissal.
Whatever.
The fans all astonished at this immaculate sight. Merry Christmas to all. That's pretty good, right?
Are my constituents just lovely? It's a pleasure to have been a part of a play that caused so much controversy for 40 years. A play I didn't even see, Kurt. It was pretty amazing how you're a Raider, the impact that it's had on the National Football League.
Our guys are still very, very passionate about it.
I like how he says he didn't see it. That way you can plead the fifth whenever anybody asks if the ball touched the ground.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
how do I know?
He's done it he's acted it out 5 times
For his
my
kids.
kids.
He's going to do Mr. Franco.
This is a big deal.
Here go. He got back. He got back. And then I go down. Don't do it one more time up the target.
He was griffining before there was griffin. Hey, this is such a big deal in Pittsburgh right now that they put a plaque up on the spot where the play happened. Now, remember, that was at Old Three River Stadium. Yeah. They've opened up Heinz Field since, so the space is open. They put a plaque there on that spot. And today, to commemorate it, your daughter Rachel is also part of the pregame ceremonies. There she is rehearsing to sing the national anthem before the Steelers and Bengals game. All right,
Beautiful,
speaking of music, when we come back, more Christmas music from the Brian Setzer Orchestra as the big crowd out there is ready to roll. We are too as we continue here on Fox NFL Sunday.
Up next for Career Day, quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
That State Farm agent said she helps people. What do you do?
I play football.
That's not a job.
Well,
Did you save my dad hundreds with the discount double check?
no, but I was MVP last year.
Mr.
Done.
Out of the air. The ball is pulled in by Franco Harris. Harris is going for a touchdown for Pittsburgh. Franco Harris pulling the football. I don't even know where it came from.
When I hear Jack Fleming make that call, I have to admit, it still brings back goosebumps.
My goodness, and just think where the Steelers would be if that hadn't happened. That was a major turning point in Steelers history, and today marks the 40th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. It was on this date back in 1972 when Harris made that unforgettable play. For the first time, a monument now stands at the exact spot of that historic catch. Channel 11's Brandon Hudson was there when the monument was unveiled on the North Shore.
This is what everyone came out to see, the monument honoring the Immaculate Reception 40 years ago. Here's that memorable image of Franco Harris running for that game-winning touchdown. Check this out. Here's the footprint where they say he caught the ball and went on to change Pittsburgh Steelers football history. The moment that changed the culture of Pittsburgh Steelers football, now immortalized. Franco Harris and Frenchie Fuqua helped unveil the Immaculate Reception Monument outside Heinz Field. It's been 40 years, but depending on who you ask, it doesn't feel that long.
It seemed like it was yesterday, honestly. It's really great.
When I hear Jack Fleming make that call, I have to admit, it still brings back goosebumps.
A host of 1972 Steelers, friends, and family joined Franco Harris for the ceremony. There was even a Raider, linebacker Phil Villapiano, who chased Franco during that play.
If he caught the ball there,
I got clipped right at this tree. So this should be my statue. But
Dozens of fans huddled in the cold to relive arguably the greatest play in NFL history, including Rip O'Dado.
This is great. That day was the greatest. You know, there's no doubt about it.
Rip tells me he was at the game with his dad when Franco made a heads-up play to catch the ball off Jack Tatum, then run it in for the game-winning score. After the play, the 17-year-old stormed the field.
I ran right into Franco. His chin strap fell off. I picked it up and gave it back to him. I said, "You're going to be needing this," because there's just mayhem down on the field.
You're getting another look at the description from that game and that historic day. The 1972 Steelers went on to win 11 games that year and the franchise's first playoff win. And as we all know, the Steelers went on to become the most successful NFL franchise with the league-leading 6 Super Bowl wins. On the North Shore, Brandon Hudson, Channel 11 News.
Here are more details on the most famous play in Steelers history. Now, as our sports director, Albie Oxenreider, pointed out earlier this week, if somebody says they watched this play unfold in Pittsburgh on TV, either they're wrong or they were fibbing. The reason why is because the game was not seen on TV in Pittsburgh. NFL rules at that time blacked out the telecast of all home games. Now, even though the play is considered a critical part of the team's success, the Steelers did not win the Super Bowl that year. They lost the AFC Championship the following week to a team that also made NFL history, the undefeated Miami Dolphins. The anniversary celebration will continue today. Franco Harris and 11 other players who were on the field that day will be honored at halftime of today's game against the Bengals. We're getting some new insight into the Immaculate reception today. Former Steeler Rocky Bleier explains why, even though he was at the game, he was on the sideline, he never saw the play. That's coming up when our coverage continues next half hour. Time now 9:07. A big moment in Steelers history, and now a monument to immortalize the greatest play in the history of the franchise 40 years after it happened. It was 40 years ago today that Franco Harris's Immaculate reception changed not only the football franchise, but also the entire city of Pittsburgh. We were on the North Shore yesterday as Franco and Frenchie Fuqua helped unveil the Immaculate Reception Monument outside Heinz Field. They were joined by several of their 1972 Steelers teammates, friends, family, and even the Raiders linebacker who chased Franco during the play. The monument shows the image of Franco running in the game-winning touchdown, and you can even stand in the exact spot where he caught the ball. Franco tells us this catch helped pave the Steelers' future.
What even makes you feel better and bring a smile to your face is that we know all the great years that were to follow. And I think that even brings a bigger smile to your face. I'm looking at the next 39 years.
The Steelers will honor the 40th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception during today's game against the Cincinnati Bengals. We're getting